Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for joining today. I will already get started. So we have a recording of this session today, so it will be available later as well. My name is Isabel Tribuc. I'm from the Program Management Office of EIT Urban Mobility, and today I have the pleasure to show you a bit how the application works, how to do the submission of it, and what to keep in mind. And then at the end, we will also have a question and answer session. So here's the overview of the matchmaking event series. So this started already on Monday, and today we have the guidance to applicant session. Here is a short overview of the agenda for today. So at the beginning, I will give you a short introduction of the main features of the call, as well as the eligibility criteria. Afterwards, we'll have a look at the online application, what to do for the partner registration. I will also share with you some useful links and contacts. And then at the end, as I mentioned, we'll have the question and answer session. Coming to the main features. So the call launched on April 4th, and it will close on June 4th at 5 p.m. There will be two stages. So there is first of all, there will be an external evaluation where we have external evaluators going through certain criteria and evaluate it. And then the top projects will be invited to a panel hearing. The results are expected to be communicated in October. We have 8 million euros of EIT Urban Mobility funding available. And I'm really sorry, 1 second. Sorry for the short interruption. So the planned length of the project is up to 12 months, and the projects are planned to start in November or December of this year. So for general questions, if you have administrative, legal, and finance questions, you can address them to the email address pmo@eiturbanmobility.eu. And then if you have other general or topic-related questions, you can address them to the email address innovationcall2025@eiturbanmobility.eu. As you might be already aware, we have 3 different challenge areas. There is urban logistics, electrification and alternative fuels, as well as public transport. Coming to the eligibility criteria. So for the first part is that all applicants have to respect the requirements that are defined in section 2.2 of the call manual. And they must be fully registered in both the EU participant portal with a PIC number, as well as in the Plaza submission tool. Regarding the requirements defined in section 2.2, it actually mentions like what are the consortium requirements. So you have to have at least 3 independent entities from 2 different countries, from either EU member states and or third countries associated to Horizon Europe. So there's also a minimum of 1 commercial partner as well as 2 demo hosts. So 2 partners from different eligible countries should be the pilot hosts. What we consider as demo hosts are either city or municipal government, or an entity with a direct link with the city or municipal government, or a private company that has an existing concession for mobility service from a city or municipal government. For the last 2 types, please be aware that we have templates for declaration available that you can find directly on our website. And this is especially applicable for cases where the entity is not considered as an affiliated entity already in our submission tool. Further on, we also have entities from Switzerland that are allowed to participate, but please be aware they are not eligible for EAT funding. So those fundings will be coming directly from the Swiss funding agencies. And there's also special participation funding restrictions in effect for Hungarian public interest trusts and their linked universities. Regarding the co-funding rate, there is this year a minimum co-funding rate of 35% across the project. So partners in the same consortium can have different co-funding rates as long as the overall project co-fund has a minimum of 35%. And in addition to that, we also have a different co-funding rate for risk applicants, and then maybe like a minimum individual co-funding rate of 25%. In addition to that, all proposals must address also the minimum mandatory KPIs. So there must be at least one marketed innovation, as well as 2 demo pilots or living labs addressed in the proposal. Now coming to the online application. So when you start your application, you have to first register your organization on an EC funding and tender portal to obtain your PIC number. The PIC number is a 9-digit code that all applicants must introduce into our Plaza online submission tool. And this number is used for any EU-funded program submissions. So this step is mandatory, but also only takes up to 10 minutes. And in case if you have already a PIC number, there's no need to register again, and you can use your PIC number to fill out your online application. To come to the online application in Plaza, it is our submission tool that we also used in the past years. So you might be already used to this tool. In case you haven't used it before, please make sure to register on Plaza early enough, because the approval is done manually and may take up to 2 working days. So please don't keep this part for the last minute, just to make sure that you do it in time and not too close to the deadline. Once you have registered on Plaza, you will be able to complete and or update your partner information form. So once you register on Plaza, you will see this button that says Partners and EE, and there is the Partner Information Form button where you click on it. So you will see your partner information form with the different information that has already been entered and what is missing. Please make sure to fill it all out, because it will be checked later on, and it is part of the eligibility criteria check to make sure that the information is complete. And yes, once all the organizations in your consortium have been registered and approved in Plaza, the project leader can create a proposal in Plaza. So coming to the online application form. So when you enter into Plaza, you will see this first page, and then in the middle you see the call for proposals, and on the bottom it says Main Innovation Open Call 2025. So once you click on this button, you will see this form where you will find the button Add New Proposal. You will when the application form is created, there are 6 different tabs that need to be completed by the lead partner. So there is the Start Here tab, that is the first one. And as you can see, there is a small green check, and this means this tab is finished. So to complete all these tabs, make sure that the green check mark is visible on all of them. Having a closer look at the first tab. So here you will have to choose the area innovation in the intended execution period, Main Innovation Open Call 2025. For the segment, as you might be already aware, the main innovation call has the three topics where you have to decide which one you're applying for, if it is urban logistics, electrification, transport, and alternative fuels or public transport. You will have to introduce the project title and add the project acronym. The ID number will be automatically generated, and then you will also have to add the start and the end date. In addition to that, on this tab as well, you will have to add an executive summary that can be also used for public dissemination. As we said, the tentative start of the projects can be already in November and December. So just to be aware, the maximum duration of the project is 12 months. So in case you start on the 1st of December of 2024, the end date would be end of November 2025. Once you have filled out all this information, make sure to click on check and save on the top, because until you do not click on check and save, you won't be able to fill out the other tabs. Coming to contacts. So under contacts, you will be able to fill out the lead partner. You can also add all the partners and organizations that will be contributing to the project. Please also make sure to include the lead partner again. And on this page, you will also be able to assign co-editors. So the role of the co-editor is to be able to fill out also parts of the application form. The only thing that we recommend you is not to work on it at the same time, especially saving at the same time, because then otherwise you might end up saving information on top of something else that is currently being worked on. Coming to tab 2, project overview. So in the project overview, you will enter general information such as the project main objectives, the scope of the project. You have the different fields to fill out about the outcome and the impact, as well as a work plan. To add the information in those red boxes, you always have to click on edit first, and then a window will pop up that will allow you to fill out this box. Again, always check and save at the end, or even save in case you just want to save it as a draft. The check and save is just helpful to let you know what is missing, and it will give you a verification note. On tab 2 still, you will also find the fields to fill out the IPR and exploitation of results. You will also be able to fill out the role, skills, and expertise for each project partner. So you will find here the organizations that you have already added in tab 1 contacts. So please make sure to add here the role, skills, and expertise of each partner, what they are supposed to do in the project. In the box that says CLC country is leading and risk, this is automatically filled, so no need to do it. And in the box that says eligible for EIT funding and partner type does not need to be filled out. So you can ignore this part. In addition, on the project overview tab, you will have to add the different key outputs that are expected to be achieved in the project. So to add a new one, you always have to click on the plus sign. And then in case you want to edit one that has been previously added, you can always click on the button above. And then you will have to add the title, description, and expected date for this output. Then coming to the next, it's still in the project overview. So here you will have to add the different deliverables. Please make sure to also have a view at the call manual, because it will outline which deliverables are expected. In addition, you will also have to add the EIT core KPIs. For the EAT core KPIs, as I mentioned, the EAT 2.4 market innovation is a requirement and mandatory. So you will have to add the core KPIs that you're expecting to achieve. You will have to add the target value in the year when it will be achieved, as well as the responsible organization and the contributors. In case you have a project that starts already in 2024 and ends in 2025, there will be 2 columns. It will say target value 2024 and 2025. And then you can put a 0 for 2024 and a 1 for 2025, for example. Then we also have the EAT urban mobility specific KPI targets. And here you can add additional KSN that are optional. And again, you have to add the target value, the responsible organization, and the contributors. The last part for the project overview, you will have to enter the project management structures and procedures, the KTI integration, the commercial and dissemination plan strategy, as well as the gender and diversity dimension. And then in addition, you will have to answer if there are any ethic or security issues that are touched by the project. And in case, if that's the case, you will also have to provide an explanation of how this will be addressed. Coming to the next tab, which are the project keywords. So for the project keywords, you have you will have to add maximum 5 self-defined keywords, as well select up to 5 predefined keywords that can be chosen from a list. So you have to type into the keywords for the self-defined keywords, otherwise you press on plus for the predefined keywords. Coming to the project-specific info. So for the project-specific info, you will have to reply to 11 questions that are going into more detail what you are expecting to achieve in your project. What is the market need? What is your proposed solution? You will have to describe the current technology readiness level, as well as what you plan to achieve in the timeline of the project. You will have to describe the state of the art, the addressable market, as well as the USP and competitive advantage of your solution. You will have to indicate also the business model and commercialization strategy. In case you plan to create a startup and therefore have the KPI in your project as well, you will also have to reply to the startup created question. And in addition to that, you will also have to describe the demonstration, the pilots of the living labs. So as I mentioned, 2 of them are mandatory. And in case if you plan to have additional city demonstrations, pilots or living labs, you also have an additional field to fill out this information. Coming to the tab for sustainability. So in the sustainability, you have to add the information for the commercial partner. So in case you have more than 1 commercial partner, you will have to add one line for each commercial partner. You will be asked to fill out the different information. So you click on a plus to add the partner, and then this window will be popping up where you be able to select the commercial partner from the list of organizations that are involved in the project. You have to add the number of employees, as well as the turnover from the last year and the year before, as well as the balance sheet, total liabilities and shareholders' equity from the last year and the year before. You will also have to describe the results that are to be commercialized. And in addition to that, you have to indicate the commercial partner type. We have a session tomorrow morning on commercialization and financial sustainability. And there are 3 different types available. So there's a sales pathway, investment pathway, or it's a new company spin-out created as a result of the project. You can select one of those. In addition to the session tomorrow morning, we also have the financial sustainability guidelines that also offer some additional information on the different commercial partner types. Coming to tab 5, budget. So here in the budget tab, you will be able to add the different costs. So you will have to, again, click on the plus if you want to add additional budget line. When you click on plus, you will have to specify the task. So you will add the task title, the task type. You will have to provide a short description of what is planned in the task, who is the task leader, as well as the start and end date. Please make sure that the start and end date are in line with the initial timeline that you have chosen at the beginning, because the time here is limited to the same time frame. And in case you have the start date starting in 2024 and it ends in 2025, you have 2 different budget years, so you will have to add also 2 different budgets. So what I mean with the 2 different budget is you will add again a plus here for the related budgets, fill out the responsible partner, and the planned FTEs. And then here you will be able to choose the budget here. So you have to click first how many costs are expected to be used up in 2024. You will fill out the different cost categories about personal costs, subcontracting, travel, equipment, other goods and services. This will be added up automatically, and the indirect costs will be on top of it automatically 25% on all the cost categories except subcontracting. In addition to that, you will also have to indicate the source of the budget. So this here we will have to understand if it's your own funding, if you have other funding from the European Commission, if it is national regional funding, other funding, or if the budget will be covered by EAT urban mobility. Please make sure to also have a look at the eligibility of expenditure document that we have available on the website. It offers some insights in the different cost categories, what to consider for each of them, and yes. After you fill out the different budget lines, you will also find a summary on the bottom. So here, as you might remember, we have also the possibility to have risk participants. So in the key figures, you will find a summary, and it will be differentiated between risk and non-risk, especially since risk partners have a different co-funding rate. On the bottom of this, you will also have to provide justification for the different cost categories. So you will have to provide a short justification of the personal cost at project level, as well as the other cost categories. It will also tell you what the amount that you have introduced and what you have to justify in the description. Coming to the last tab, which is the tab 6 on supporting files. We have, for this call, it is mandatory to upload the business model canvas. So the template is available on a website, and it is mandatory. So please have a look and download it from our website, fill it out and attach it to the proposal. In addition to that, You also have the space to upload other supporting files, especially if you have a private concession or you're affiliated to a regional or local government. You will have to upload the declaration. And in case if you have observer demo hosts, you can also upload letter of commitments, which is also a template available on our website. Furthermore, you also have the possibility to add a video link that adds allows us to have a short look at the project itself. So this is not mandatory and it's optional. Yes, and after filling out all the different tabs, you will see the check marks on each tab showing green. Then you will be able to submit the proposal. So when you go back to the list of the proposal where we started initially, you will see your proposal. You will see the edit button, PDF export, and the most important information. And there is the small button to submit. Just be aware, after you submit, it is no longer possible to edit your proposal. So please make sure you are absolutely sure that nothing else needs to be changed and you are happy with the final result and are ready to submit. So once you click on this button, another window will pop up. It will ask you, are you sure? And then you can click on submit final and the submission is successful. Yes, coming to the end, tips and tricks before the submission. So yes, we first of all always make sure to save your changes to make sure that nothing gets lost. And the check and save is always there to tell you if you are missing any important information in the specific tab. If it's still missing, you can also save the information just by clicking on save. Always make sure to register your organization as early as possible. As I mentioned at the beginning, the registration might take up to 2 working days. Therefore, please make sure to register as early as possible. Once you're ready to submit your proposal, make sure that your proposal fulfills all the call requirements. So here, have a look again at the call manual, go through the eligibility criteria as well as other requirements, just to make sure that everything is included in the proposal. Make sure that your proposal is complete, readable, and written in English, especially if every section that you had to fill out is made in English. And in addition to that, also make sure that all your consortium partners have the EU portal registration, so they have the PIC number, and that the registration on Plaza as well is completed and full and yes, so that every partner is registered everywhere. Again, do not wait until the deadline to submit your proposal, just to make sure that there are no technical problems in the last minute or before the deadline. And also just be aware that you can submit your proposal only once. So after you have submitted, it is no longer possible to edit your proposal. Okay, and now just as a last part from my side, here are some useful links and contact details. So in case you have any questions or doubts about the EU funding and tender portal, there are some contact lists for the European Commission Help Desk. There's also from our side, the EIT Urban Mobility Plaza support email address, the service desk at eiturbanmobility.eu. They can help you in case you encounter any issues with your Plaza registration. And then if you have any questions regarding the topics, the call documents, you can either reach out to our email address, innovationcall2025@eaturbanmobility.eu. And if you have any administrative, financial, or rules related questions, you can always reach out to pmo@eaturbanmobility.eu. Yes, and just as a final information, tomorrow we will continue the matchmaking event series with the commercialization and financial sustainability in a session at 10 a.m. and the intellectual property session in the afternoon. All the sessions are recorded and they will also be available on the B2B Match platform. And yeah, that's it from my side. Thank you for joining. I will check if there are any questions. In case you're not aware, we have the question and answer tab. So in case you have any question, please feel free to add your questions there. Okay, I see the first question is please explain the market innovation KPI in more detail. So the market innovation KPI, in general, on our website, we do have a document, which is the KPI guide, list of KPIs and the guidance. So it actually says what exactly it is, but in theory, it is the result of the project should be an innovation, which is a solution, a product that has been developed during the project and then tested with the demo hosts. And the idea is that for you to complete this KPI, you will also have to provide the exact description of this solution. You will have to tell if it's a new product, if it's a significantly improved product, when it was created. You will have to provide us some details about it. You will have to sign a declaration for it. And then you will also have to achieve 10K revenue in sales made from this from this innovation. And this can be achieved by providing us with for example, an invoice that shows that you have sold this solution for 10,000 euros. I see also my colleague is writing some information in the chat, so there might be some additional information. As I said, you also have the list of KPIs on our website, so feel free to have a look there as well, as it might be better described. Okay, the next question is, could one of the demo hosts be another different public entity of upper level, for example, a province or a region, or it has to be a city or municipality? So if it is a region so why we are looking for a city or a region to be the demo host is as they will be able to provide the access to the needed infrastructure, to the data or such. And in case if it is a province or region that can provide the same access as a city or municipality, this should be okay. We should also have Georgina on this call. Maybe you can add some additional information if it's okay for a province or a region to be the demo host.
Yes, good afternoon, Isabel. I think we got this question on Monday as well during the first webinar. And in principle, we are looking for cities or entities that have a direct connection with the city. So if this province or region has a direct link with the city, then I would say it's eligible, because what we are looking obviously is for impact in urban environments, in city environments, and that's why we are asking for cities or link third parties to cities to be involved in the proposal. But I think if they have any more details on this, maybe they can also write to us in the email address of innovationcall2025@eiturbanmobility.eu to really verify that if it's fine or not fine. We're happy to do that.
Great, thank you very much. Okay, so the next question is, not sure if that is the right session to ask the question, but are there any bonus point for involvement of university in the consortium? According to the call manual, it is a requirement to have a commercial partner and 2 demo hosts. So this could be positively evaluated in the sense of the KTI integration, the knowledge triangle integration, where we look into the involvement of academy, education, and business creation. For in that sense, it is positively evaluated, but it is not a requirement. So it would be as part of the KTI integration, we would have a look at that part.
Yes, and Isabel, if I may jump in here, if you look at the specific criteria of implementation and relevance of the consortia, you will see that one bullet point, it says that the consortium includes a technology expert partner that supports the main commercial partner in developing and validating the solution to be commercialized. So if the university, for example, is fulfilling that role, this would be then, as Isabel was saying, positively evaluated during the external evaluation.
Great, thank you. Coming to the next question. If we plan to constitute a startup, thus the entity is not existing and therefore has no PIC, how can we apply? Can a person lead it? So for this question, probably this will be so there are 2 things that we can consider here. Like if this is as part of the KPI 4.4 startup created, it is definitely possible to involve the project by for example, adding the information in the partner description of the partner that will, from where the startup will be resulting. So in case, for example, you have a partner that is planning to have a spin-off, they plan to create it during the project implementation, and then they later on plan to transfer certain money to this partner. You can already plan it in the partner description and also have the budget for it already allocated. If in the case of there is no partner and you are in theory, you're talking to a person who is planning to create a startup later on, it would be better if you can actually contact us so we can look into it closer, so we can see what the current situation is and also help you how to do it better. So I would suggest you to reach out to us via email, describe the situation, and then we can see how we can handle it in the best way, just to make sure that we find the right solution for it. Because like the startup created KPIs in our interest, so we will try to find a solution how we can involve a new startup. Okay. And I see the other questions have been already answered in the chat. Is it a just to make sure that everyone saw it? Is it necessary to have an EIT mobility membership? This is an open call, so no prior EIT urban mobility membership is required. And the other part was still the same question about the physical person. I see there's another question. Is financial profitability a requirement? We are looking at an urban mobility solution, which won't probably be fully justifiable on a financial basis only, but also on hardly quantifiable other factors. In example, reduction of traffic, green alternative to other traditional means, can we still apply? So as I mentioned, the KPI 2.4 market innovation does have the requirement to have a 10K sales revenue. It does not have to be achieved immediately, but you have the up to 18 months from the project start to have the revenue. But in that sense, there should be some revenue coming out from the marketed innovation. I don't know if Georgina, you want to add anything here?
No, really, as you said, it's a marketed innovation, so we're expecting this to be a product or service that will be eventually sold to the customer. So we would be looking as you said, for some evidence on sales record. And obviously all our projects, we are looking for that they have wider impact in terms of quality, improving quality of life of cities, improving climate change. So that would be all these other factors about reducing traffic, having a green alternative, etc. So we have to combine both.
Okay, thank you. Okay, any other questions or any doubts? As I said, the session will be shared with you on the matchmaking platform. Otherwise, if you have any other questions afterwards, you can always send us an email. And also there will be the guidelines for applicants available soon. So this will be also published on our website, where you will also find additional information that was presented today. And yes, if there are no further questions, that's it from my side. So thank you very much for joining today. I hope it was helpful, and good luck with your applications.